Haglar now using that ring. See him dance. 19-6 by 19-6 ring. And Haglar using the same basic weapon that he's used to pace and control the fight. Fighting mainly southpaw style with the right lead. Wild swing and a miss by Haglar. Antuofermo's most effective blows, especially in his two best rounds, the 5th and the 8th, have been the right lead. As the last round ended, though, it must be remembered, Antuofermo scored well with a left. And right there with another left. Antuofermo is coming on, as he showed you there. And in this round, as in the last round, a subtle change in the flow of the fight, because Antuofermo making this much more his kind of fight. Haglar had been setting and controlling the flow of the action decisively in the earlier rounds, in my view. We're going to go to Antuofermo's corner again at the end of this round. Try and pick up what that corner is telling the defending champion. Ninth round coming to an end, and Haglar not throwing as many punches. There's Antuofermo.
No peace. No peace. One. You're making this guy missing. You're not punching, man. Punch.
Interesting, isn't it? Punch, they tell him. Vito has begun punching in the last 2 rounds. An old familiar corner attack. Exhort the fighter. Keep him going. In the background, the fans chanting, Vito.
Come on.
And Haglar is being told exactly the same thing. Punch, you gotta punch. It's so easy to do it when you're the corner people. In the meantime, there has been, as I said, a subtle change in the pattern of the fight over the last 2 rounds. Now Haglar responding to his corner, quick with a couple of right leads.
All right, come on.
10th round action. Antuofermo pushing, falling, but connecting. Much more than he had in the early going. And Haglar, a good quick right lead there, the second one in the last few seconds, but certainly not throwing nearly as many punches as he did in the earlier rounds. We have 2 minutes to go in this, the 10th round. Haglar with the foot movement. And you see him with the head fakes and the shoulders. But his scoring has clearly, at this point in the fight, lessened in its frequency and in its impact.
Keep going.
good left. Antuofermo the pursuer now. And with a minute to go in round 10. And in view of what has happened in the 2 rounds preceding this one can clearly state that Antuofermo is coming on. Crowd totally misled. Antuofermo off balance, had a near slip. He was not hit. This is what happened in Monte Carlo. Antuofermo starting poorly and coming on stronger in the last 5 rounds, 6 rounds of that fight. Coming to the end of the round. Don't forget, NCAA college football doubleheader this Saturday. Pitt against Penn State, 12:30 Eastern time. That figures to be some battle, and the Panthers have had themselves a great year with only 1 defeat, and then the great traditional game, Army against Navy. No matter the records, that's a game that matters, always has. I'll never forget the year that Colonel Blake converted his great end, Don Holliday, into a T-formation quarterback, and astonishingly, Holliday, whom they called Blake's Folly, led Army to victory over George Welch's Navy team. George, then the quarterback, now the Navy coach. We're back here in Caesar's Palace. That's Marvin Haglar, whom you just looked at. The 11th round coming up. The fight has grown, I think, suspiciously close. Antuofermo coming on in the last 3 rounds. Haglar not throwing as much leather. And there is your evidence. It is Antuofermo now who is making the fight, pacing it, fighting his fight. And Haglar's stamina is to be watched closely. This is the 11th round. And at stake, the World Middleweight Championship. Marvin trying to use the ring. Steady foot move. Notice, incidentally, how slick he is when he turns to the left lead, to the orthodox fighting. The left jab is very quick. In the main, he has fought with the right lead in the southpaw style. Incidentally, when Benitez goes against Leonard, watch for the same thing. Wilfred likes to convert to the southpaw style, especially when he's fighting on the ropes. Right there, Antuofermo scored heavily with the left. And the crowd responds, they can sense it. Antuofermo with another good left. Haglar beginning to respond himself. The lead he had built up in this fight. And Haglar, I think, was hurt. Hurt or tired. Antuofermo uses that sawed-off torso of his. So effective. This thing has become a brawl in this round. Just watch it. Note the time. Coming to the end of the 11th round. Haglar hurt Antuofermo and really hurt him. You saw those successive lefts. Now back to the right. And Antuofermo hurt. positive wrestling, boxing action, and at the end of it, Haglar was back in command. The ebb and flow of a fight. Can't get much out of them now. They know their man is fighting with everything he's got. You see the blood coming down the right side. Now let's go to Marvin Haglar. Well, they're working over his